Could you tell our audience a little bit about what you've learned from some of your colleagues, some of the other jurists who have the awesome responsibility of determining how much punishment is warranted for a certain offense?
Yes, I think the vast majority of federal judges who do sentencing take the allocution or the statement by the offender, usually at the end of sentencing, very seriously and weigh that. And so it's very frustrating when I ask a offender who I'm about to sentence, impose a sentence, would you like to say anything? I explain that they don't have to say anything. If they do say something, I can consider it. Sometimes it helps them. On rare occasions, it hurts them. Sometimes it makes no difference. But then I see the individual look at the lawyer, and it's like they're having, for the first time, you can even see him whispering to the lawyer, should I say something? Shouldn't I say something? That discussion needs to take place long before sentencing, because the allocution can have a huge impact, not in every case, but across the board in the empirical study I did, allocution was a significant factor, hardly ever raising a sentence, but a significant portion of the time moderating a sentence. Maybe it doesn't result in a below guideline sentence, but it results in a judge who was thinking about sentencing in the middle of the guidelines to go to the bottom of the guidelines. And for many judges, it can make the difference between a guideline sentence and a lower sentence. But there are certain cautionary things that offenders need to know about. For example, I had a sentencing just last week where I came very close to increasing the sentence based on the allocution because the offender, and I had already indicated I was going down to the mandatory minimum. So the offender probably should not have even given an allocution because I already said I was going down to the mandatory minimum. But the offender came very close to talking me out of it because all he did was, complain about the fact that his family was upset at him, and he had no empathy at all for any of the victims of the crime. It was all about him and his family, and I found that offensive. So good allocutions take responsibility for their conduct, talk about the impact it has on the victims, and especially, and this is pretty rare, indicate a solid plan of rehabilitation, what they think they can get out of prison programs and what they intend to do when they get out. And something more than, I just want to be a drug counselor when I get out, because I hear that repeatedly and you just don't put much stock in it. But somebody who's actually taken affirmative steps to have a plan towards rehabilitation, that'll make a huge impact on a sentencing judge if it's sincere and believable.